Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow community live stream. I'm your host Nelson. Thank you for joining me today. All right, we have a few people in the chat. I want to say hello to first one in the door. No Code Distilled. Is that a new website? I'm interested in checking it out. Wonder what it's all about. Obviously no code, but welcome. Peter. Peter's back. Welcome. Pablo's back. Adeli, welcome. And again, if I mess up on your name, I'm so sorry. Um, Anas, Anastasia, I think, is here, and Jessica, I think that's how you say your name. All right. Welcome, welcome, and thank you again to moderator for today, Matthew. He is in the live chat as well. Hey, hey, hey to uh Kevin. Yeah, and Helena or Jelena. I think Helena. Yeah. All right. Welcome. And Chuck. Welcome, welcome. And if I didn't get to your name, we're just gonna keep moving forward and I'll say hi. Like Ben, hi, and Benny, hi. So many friendly people. Okay, here we go. So today we're going to learn how to make 3 Webflow components more mobile friendly. In this whole day and age of responsive web design, you need to make sure that not only does your websites look nice and easily user experience and with an easy user experience on desktop, but also on tablet and of course mobile. All right. Thank God we're not at the part where it's smartwatches. We have to design for smartwatches yet. Okay. So, yeah. So for this lesson, we'll go from the easiest no code lesson to all the way to an immediate low code lesson. So, let's just go straight into our agenda for today. So we're going to start out with the Webflow tabs component. And then we're going to work our way to the Webflow carousel component, aka slider. And then we'll end off with the Webflow site search component or form input fields. And at the end, we'll get to your questions and or site reviews. Speaking of which, if you have any questions or sites that you want me to review, go ahead and submit those through the form that's pinned at the top of the chat. And Matthew, again, thank you, Matthew, for help moderating today. He will send it over to me, and I will answer those towards the end of the stream. All right. Hello to Alron, Kazol, Andreas, and I'm trying. Alaolu. Yeah, I think I got it. All right. All right, let's get started with our first component, which is the tabs component. Now, let me show you a real world situation of this. Let me show my screen. Okay, cool. All right, so real world situation. So this is one of the sites that I help with on the side. And on their homepage, they have a bunch of tabs. This is just Webflow tabs right here. If you scroll down, even more tabs, just showing off all the capabilities of their software. And hey, more tabs. All right. So it looks good and functional on desktop, but what if we go right click, inspect, and turn on the responsive mode? What happens to those tabs? Well, you can swipe left and right on mobile, and you can still make it function like a desktop page. All right. So this is our first thing we're going to be working on. It's the easiest thing. And so let's begin. Blank page. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So blank Webflow site. Let's go ahead and add a section. And oh yeah, hotkeys. Command E or Control E on Windows is how you open up Quick Find. I'm going to type in section and press enter. And there we go. We have our section. Let me go ahead and put some padding on the top and bottom so it doesn't hit the edges of the page. And let's go ahead and Command E, type in container. There we go. Right there. And yeah, let's add some padding on the left and right. And lastly, inside of this container, we're going to add tabs. Cool. So Command E, type in tab, and there you go. All right. So we have 3 tabs here, and we're not going to do any designing. We're just going to keep this as basic as possible, but I just want to show you how to make this tabs component more mobile friendly. So let's just add, I don't know, 4 more tabs just for fun, right? So I went to the settings panel right here. Now scrolling down to tab settings, and let's click on add tab. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that should be good. All right, that's a lot of tabs. All right, so in each tab pane, let's go ahead and add some random text. Let's just add a rich text. So Command E inside of the tab pane, rich. There we go. And let's double click this and call it tab 1 panel. All right. And now I'm just going to copy this and paste it into all the other tab panels. And the easiest way to do that is inside the navigator. I'm just going to, let's close that up. I'm going to copy rich text, paste it into tab 2, paste it into tab 3. And you can tell it's pasted by this arrow right here. There's no arrow here, but when I paste, there is an arrow. So it just shows that. Let's paste it in here, and here, and here. Awesome. All right, and oh wait, we should change these so we know which panel we're on. This one should be 7. Let's click on panel 6, not 56. There we go. 4, 3. Wait, no, this is supposed to be 4. Did I mess up? Yeah. That's 5. Did I skip 6? No, okay. 5, 4, 3, there he goes. 2 and 1. Okay, awesome. So, looks good and functional on desktop. Yes? Okay. Now we get into tablet. Okay. Still, oh, wait, nope. So tablet's fine, but then we're on mobile portrait, or sorry, mobile landscape here, but then there we go. We have that break, and so it's kind of a weird experience because you have 2 rows for your tab menu. So let's fix this on mobile landscape. Now, here's the quick trick. All right, so I'm going to go to tabs menu. In the styles panel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to flex. So when I set it to flex, it's going to be all 1 row. All right, so let's click on that, and there we go. It's all 1 row. And check out what happens when there you go. See, when I squish it down, it's like flex is like, I'm trying my best to keep them all in 1 row. And okay, it's still 1 row, but now I have the whole page is horizontally scrollable, which is not a good thing. We don't like that in the web design world. So what I can do is use overflow auto down here. And so it displays a scroll bar when the content overflows. All right. Oops. There we go. Awesome. Click on auto. There we go. Okay. So when I click on auto, it has a scroll bar. And so when I'm scrolling left and right on my mouse, it does that swiping effect. All right. So there we go. We fixed that. But now the other thing is, look, all the tabs text are breaking to 2 lines. So it doesn't really look good. If we go back to the real world scenario, you can see that none of the text breaks down to 2 lines, and there's a lot of text. So here is how we fix that. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to give each of these tabs link a name. I'm going to call it tab-link. And now I can use typography right here. Under more type options, I'm going to say, hey, I don't want any, oops, sorry, scrolling too fast. Okay, under type, I don't want any of the words to break. So I'm going to say no wrap. When I click on that, notice how tab 2, it's all in 1 line. Now all I have to do is just copy, so Command C to copy this class name, and I'm going to paste it onto this tab link. So I click on this tab link and paste it, and there we go. Now I'm going to click on this one, and there we go. Hey, you know what? You know what's a faster way to copy and paste class names? Keyboards. Only keyboards, no clicking. Watch this. New camera angle. Bow. Hello, world. Straighten it out. There we go. Okay, cool. So if I go here, notice how I'm on this tab link. If I want to go to the next sibling, I can just press the right side, right arrow, and there we go. Now we're on tab 5, and then I can press Command Enter, and look at that. I'm in the style selector, and press Command V to paste, and press Return, and there we go. I'm gonna press right, Command Enter, Command V, Enter, bum, 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 bum. There we go. And let's go back to tab 1. Left, 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 Command Enter. Much easier than clicking, 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 right? Yay, new camera angle. Cool. All right. So hotkeys, hotkeys. And where can you find more hotkeys? At the bottom right here, you have the question mark. Click on that. And right here, keyboard shortcuts. And all of them, we have a lot of them. Okay. Yeah. So this will save you a lot of seconds, and seconds add up to minutes, and minutes to add up to hours and hours. Okay. Well, okay. So there you go. And that's it. That's how to make the tab panel, or the tabs component more mobile friendly, using flex on the tabs menu and no breaking no wrap in the typography. Cool? Cool. All right. And so for those who have commented on the YouTube channel about, hey, can you do more no code tutorials? Well, there you go. We used no code whatsoever to make that happen. But Webflow did produce code with no code. Okay, we won't get into that. Anyways, yeah, so that's our first lesson. Second lesson, carousel component. All right, here we go. Let me give you an example. All right. Let me remove something real quick. Okay, no. Let's go to my screen. All right, so carousel component. Oh yeah, thank you, Matthew. There's a new keyboard shortcut that the team has released. It's Command D if you want to duplicate elements rather than Command C and then Command V for copy and paste. So if I click on slider and then press Command D, boom, duplicated. Woo! Cool. All right, let's undo all of that. All right, back on the slider. Okay, so you've probably had a project where you had to add testimonials in a slider, aka carousel, all right? But then the content was too long by the time it got to mobile, right? So how do you fix that? So let's pretend this is a testimonial. Okay, so slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. But if we go here, okay, it still fits. But then look what I do with the arrows when it gets smaller. I push them down. That way the content can still fill the full width of the screen rather than it being behind the arrows. And more importantly, we don't want the text to be super duper slim where it's like 3 words per line, right? So we want to give as much space for the quote or the testimonial. Yeah. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to move the arrows and get a more mobile friendly carousel component. All right. So here we go. Let's start a new page. Call it carousel. All right. Let's start on desktop and Command E, section. I'm going to give it a class name of section because we already made that. Command E, container, hotkeys for the win. Slider, boom, done. Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and we have this slider. Now, if you're new to Webflow and you're new to the slider component, you may be wondering, hey, where did this gray color come from? Well, Webflow likes to show you where the component is and gives you a preset background color. So it's right here on the slider component, and you can easily remove it or change it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to transparent. All right, so here we go. Because if it was transparent to begin with, it would look like there's nothing, but there's obviously something. So there we go. We have our slider and our arrows. We can't see them because they're defaulted to the color white, but we can change that with typography. So let's give this a class name of arrow. And also the right side, I'm going to press right on my keyboard to go down to the right arrow. And then use the same class name, arrow. And let's change these to a different color. So I'm going to change it to purple. There we go. Cool. We have purple. And now we can see our arrows. Now in each slide, let's go ahead and Command E and put a div. Best practice is to always put a div inside of the slide because that way you have more control over the display properties. Whereas this slide right here, the actual slide, you cannot play around with the display properties. All right, so we have the div block, and let's go ahead and put in a block quote. There we go. Let's get some lorem ipsum. I usually go to lipsum.pro and get a paragraph from here. Paste that. Let's make it italic. And slide 1. Cool. Now this is what I mean. If, say this was like, actually let me preview it so you can see. This is what I mean. See how the text is going behind the arrows? Not fun, not fun. All right. And if you were to say, yeah, I don't want it to be behind the arrows, what you can do, let's call this slide content. What you can do is add padding on both sides so it's not in the way of the arrows. So that's one way. But then look what happens. It's just like, it's just too much. It's too small. So this is what we're fixing. All right. All right. So we have that. And the pagination, you can see I've clicked on slide nav, but the dots aren't there. Now in Webflow, you cannot change the colors of the dots of the pagination of the slide to a custom color. You can with custom code, but not with no code. The only thing you can change is invert the colors. So I went to the settings panel, and then right here, you can invert colors. And so if I invert, there we go. It turns to black and gray. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and copy this slide text and also paste it into slide 2. There we go. Now, check out what happens. You probably already saw it when I was previewing this, but notice the text gets cut off. See the word slide 1? And it's gone. And all the text is behind the pagination as well. All right? Not good, not good. So let's go ahead and fix that. So when you drag in a slider, it actually has a preset height. It's not visibly shown in the UI, but you can force the height to be auto, which means it's going to take the height of whatever the slide content is by going to the slider, the main slider component, and forcing the height to be auto. It says it's auto, but it's actually 400 pixels tall. So I'm going to click on it, and there we go. It collapsed down to the text. Now the text is going to go under the pagination, as you see here. So let's fix that as well. Let's go ahead and add a bottom padding. We'll say, yeah, 42, I think. 42 is a good number. There we go. And so if we preview and start squishing it in, there we go. So Kevin, I think this answers that comment. I get stuck on dots jumping up and down based on the height of text. Oh yeah, it'll always jump up and down based on the height of text because you don't want these dots to overlap these. So yeah. All right. So we're almost done. Let's go to here, mobile landscape. Now let's push the arrows down to the bottom and give more space for the content. So the arrows, I'm going to click on one arrow, and it already has a position absolute over here. So I'm going to say, hey, I want the arrows to be on the bottom left. So let's go ahead and click on it. There we go. Now we don't see it because they're SVGs. So let's give them a width and height. I'm going to say 50-50. All right. Now the left and right arrows are overlapping, which is fine. So we can take this second arrow, which is the right arrow, give it a combo class of right, and change the position to be bottom right. And there we go. Now we have more space for this block quote. I'm going to take the slide content and remove my padding. So it's down to 0. And there we go. Now we have more space for the text. And so if you even squeeze the screen smaller and smaller, it's still okay. It's not 3 words per line. Well, yeah, it's not 3 words per line. All right, so that's how you fix the slider. All right. All right, and again, if you have any questions or you want, you have sites for me to review and give you feedback on or help you with, go ahead and submit it through the form that's pinned at the top. That is Carousel. All right, so we learned a bunch of things. Slider needs to have a height that's forced to auto. And your arrows can be pushed down to the bottom. All right, there we go. All right, we're moving right along. Site search component or any form input field. So this one is kind of a fancy one. Let me load up the page real quick. All right. There we go. All right. So this one's fancy. So this is site search, which is basically a form field. If I click inside of it, cool. Nothing really happens. On desktop, you don't need to do anything fancy. But if I right click, inspect, now we're on mobile responsive. Oops. Did I not remove the code? Hold on, please. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So here we go. So I have a piece of text right here, this mobile breakpoint text, just to indicate, hey, I'm in the mobile breakpoint. So display none, display none. Okay, mobile breakpoint. So something fancy you can try is when someone clicks inside of this form input field, it takes over the whole screen and it blurs out all the stuff behind it. You know, so if they don't want it, they can click close search, and there you go. So something fancy just to make it more, I don't know, mobile friendly. So let's go ahead and do that. And this one requires some low code. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start a new page. Site search. Okay, let's do it. Section, container, site, nope, search. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I need to give this a class name. Section, container. All right. So for this, I'm just gonna replace the text and say, hey, you're on the mobile break point. All right. And I'm just going to call this break point indicator. All right. So on desktop, I don't want to see that text, but on mobile landscape, I do want to see it. So I'm going to set the display to block. And so that way, when we're on desktop, it doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. Oh, okay, cool. It says I'm on the mobile breakpoint. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and add some text under this real quick. Let's add a bunch of rich text elements and use the magical Command D. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. So now I'm able to scroll up and down the page, pretending there's content. Awesome. And now let's go ahead and now we have to set up our class name. So this one, I'm going to call it the search dash form. And this one's going to be called search dash input. And let's put another piece of text. So Command E and pressed, I typed in text, press return. I'm going to call this close search. And let's push this away from the button. There we go. And let's call this close search. All right. So for this close search, I don't want to see it. All right. I don't want to see it until someone clicks on this input. All right. All right. So I have my elements ready to go. Now let's style them as if the search form was focused on. Someone clicked on the search input field. Let's style it as if it was like that. So I'm going to go to my mobile breakpoint. I'm going to go search form, and I'm going to add a combo class. I'm going to call it focused. All right. And you can name it whatever you want. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Focused, let's set the position to fixed, so it's floating on top of everything else. Let's make sure that it is by giving the z-index of 1,000 and setting the position to be full. I want it to take up the full page. There we go. And let's make sure that it's flex, vertical, center. Okay, let's add some padding on both sides. I know it looks weird right now, but all we have to do is just add a background. So I'm going to add a background color of black, but then let's make it a bit transparent. So I'm going to say 80%. And let's make the backdrop filter right here. Let's blur it. And there we go. Now we're fully focused on that input field. And lastly, let's make sure all the text in here is white. There we go. In our close search, let's make sure that that's white. Okay, cool. It's white. Okay, so this is what we want to see. All right, so I'm going to remove this class. And if I remove the class, it's not actually deleted from your project. It's actually saved in the Styles Manager. So if you look here in the Styles Manager, it's still there. It's just that I'm not using it on any page. However, I'm going to use code to say, if someone clicks on this search input field, give search form that focused class name. All right. And then if someone clicks on close search, then remove that focus combo class. All right, so this is the no code part. Let's go into the low code part. I'm going to pull the code from here because I already did it and practiced. Let's go here and paste it. And all right, developers, ready? Code time. All right. So I named that input field search dash input. So this line right here says, if someone clicks on search input, do something. What's this something? Well, first I want you to remember that this element, I want you to remember that this is a variable called this, right? So remember that, computer. Okay, cool. All right, now you're asking the computer, hey, what size is the window width? What's the width of the window? And if it's less than 667, go ahead and do the rest of the code. Where did I get 767? That's the pixel width for the mobile landscape right here. There you go. Mobile landscape breakpoint. So it's 767 and down. So that's where I got that number from. Right? So if the window width is less than or equal to 767, this, which is this, find its parent. And that parent is that search form, right? And you can tell which one's parent. Let me go back here. So we have the search input, and who's its parent? That one right there, right? Add the class focused. Cool. And oh, we need to add another class for the body. Search mobile open. Let me copy that real quick. All right, let me do this. Okay, search mobile open. All it is just overflow hidden. So when the search form is focused and it opens up in its own window, we don't want the user to be able to scroll up and down. We want to lock them there, so we can do that by doing overflow hidden. And so now, if I preview, I can't, well, in the Webflow preview, you can still scroll, but I promise you, you won't be able to scroll in the publish one, okay? So I'm going to remove that, and it's still saved in Styles Manager. Going to go back to code. Okay, and there we go. So add the class search mobile open. This removes the ability for the user to scroll up and down. And then that close search, that piece of text, we want it to show because it's display none on default. When we do this dot show, it adds a display block, which means it shows it, right? And then on the flip side, if someone clicks on close search, then hide this meaning the close search text. So hide it, and then remove the class focus, and also remove the class search mobile open from the body. All right? So that's what that code means. And if it works, we can move on to questions and site reviews. All right? So let's preview it. Okay. All right. Hey, you're on the mobile breakpoint. All right. So if I click on this, nothing happens. Totally fine. If I go here and I click on it, yay, it worked. Yay, it worked. Awesome. So that is it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into questions. If you have any, and I'm happy to answer questions about today's lessons or any other topics around Webflow, web design, etc., or review your site. So Matthew will go ahead and start filtering those to me, if any. And if none, then you know what? Get your time back. You know, time is very valuable. But I really appreciate you all spending time learning with me. All right, so first one, I see one from Ben. Is that method, the combo class, disappear when I press on cleanup? Ah, yes, great question, Ben. Okay, so what Ben is asking is if you remove that combo class right here, the combo class is saved. However, yes, if you click on cleanup right here at the top right, those unused classes will be removed. So you don't want to remove those. Okay, you don't want to clean that up. All right, so great question, Helena. Thank you. Great tips. I'm happy that you think that they're great, and I'm glad you're here to learn with me. Looking up the chat. Love that command D. Yes. Penny, same here. Great demo. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, so I started to see some comments about people saying we need more no-code stuff. So today we've balanced it out. We had some no-code with the tabs and the sliders, and now we also have low-code. So if you have any suggestions for stuff that you want me to teach, tricks, just let me know. Post it in the live chat or in the YouTube comments. I read them every day. So yes. What else? I get stuck on. Here we go. I think from Ben, we have a site to review. Let's check it out. Let me load it up here. All right. Let me go to my screen. Cool. All right, Ben. Let's see what you got. Okay. Okay, I can't read Hebrew, but I like the vibe so far. Let me refresh that. That's cool. This is nice. It's clean. It's so clean. Yeah. Okay. So this is a wedding service. Oh, this slider is nice. This slider, and it has an indicator when it's going to go to the next slide. And go. You can. Whoa, it's getting slower and slower. It has an ease, doesn't it? Oh, it didn't get to the last one? That was. Huh. It's like, nope, we're not going to go to the last one. We're going to go straight to the beginning. Maybe I found a bug. Sorry. Developed by, Pixel Flow. I like that. I like that name. Great job, Ben. Let's see. Do you have, I'm going to translate. I'm wondering if there's a menu. Okay, event production. Okay, so it's a work in progress. About section. Okay, work in progress. Cool. Great job. I love the vibe. It's super simple. It explains what it is. Nice. Great job. Okay. Thank you, Ben. All right. Do we have any others? Actually, I want to see what it's like on mobile. Is it ready for mobile? Okay. Yeah. Simple. Yeah. See, websites do not need to be super animated or what have you. It can be simple and clean like this. When you're giving the information of the service, that's all you need. Nice job, Ben. Nice job. All right. I don't think there's anything else. Penny has a question, but I need a minute to add it. Unknown Gamer. Hello, Unknown Gamer. I am starting designing with Webflow. Can you please make me a suggestion? What should I do? Previously, I did work with WordPress. Can you suggest any playlists which will help me be a pro developer? Raheem saying this is my first time here. I'm liking the vibe. Thank you. Unknown Gamer. University.webflow.com. And if hold on, university.webflow.com, and you're asking for a playlist, well, you have many playlists to go through here on university.webflow.com. You can click on courses at the top and you pick your flavor. Do you want the crash course where it just gets you straight into Webflow and you're learning quickly? Or do you want to learn in a span of 21 days where you go from beginner to advanced and you learn what it's like to build a full portfolio on Webflow? You can go Figma to Webflow, which is you start all the way back from the design phase where you're learning Figma from scratch and then learning how to take your Figma elements and put it into Webflow. And you can also become Webflow certified. So this is all great things to help you. And you know what the best part about all of this content? It's free. Our Webflow education team spent a lot of time making these courses, and we want you to be successful in your development career. So do it. Go here, webflowuniversity.com/courses. Thank you, Matthew, for linking it. Yes, Raheem says Webflow 101 is great. Yes. So, welcome, Unknown Gamer. And if you're new to the community, please go to discourse.webflow.com to ask your questions. Go on Twitter and look for people who talk about Webflow. There's lots of wonderful people and lots of organically created communities out there that you can join, and they want to help. The whole Webflow community wants to help each other. So that's the fun part about being a Webflow community member. All right, Penny's question. Here we go. I wanted to put an image over the top corner of a carousel slide, but not all slides are the same height. If I make it follow the height of the slide, part of it gets cut off. Carousel is halfway down the page. Excuse me. Staging for the site. Okay, let's see here. Oop. Let me bring that over here. Okay, let's. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Let's go to my screen. Okay, so this is the published version. Snow Vent Co. Okay, so down the screen. Oh, okay. So this snowflake right here. Yay! Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Okay. I wanted to put an image over the top left corner of the carousel slide, but not all slides are the same height. If I make it follow the height of the slide, part of it gets cut off. My suggestion is to make all these slider boxes the same height. My head is thinking height 100%. Or min height. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Let's see if we can fix this together. Okay. So that's my inclination, but let's see here. We're using, what are we using? FinSuite? Let me see here. Yes. FinSuite CMS slider. How do we do this? I think this is hide. Okay, I'm going to see if I can talk through this. Okay, they're all different heights. You're doing height 100% right here. So what FinSuite's CMS slider does is it takes the content. Actually, it takes this item and it copy and pastes it into this Webflow slider, and it does that with their special magical code. So how do we fix this? Can we fix it? I feel like we can. All right, so right here, testimonial content has the height 100% of its parent, all right? But if I go here to its parent, testimonial item, it has a height of auto. So the slide really doesn't have a height. You're saying 100% of nothing. So we have to set a height. I'm going to set the min height to, I'm going to random number. Let's start at 600 pixels tall. Okay, so 600 is too tall, but this isn't going into here. Sorry. This isn't taking up the 100% height. So that's not working. Let's try something else. What if let's do 500 and force it to stretch. Its children aren't stretching. Okay. Okay, it's not stretching. There's times when you just have to click. Yeah, there we go. So I removed the height 100%. So now the height is being determined by Flexbox. So I have testimonial item Flexbox, and let's center it. Nope. Let's do this, and let's center that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hopefully, Penny, you're seeing what I'm talking about. Maybe make this smaller. Let's say minimum height 380, so that way they're all the same height. I'm hoping this is 380 minimum. But yeah, try that. Try using Flex on the testimonial item and set a minimum height. And then also for the testimonial content, set the justify to center and see if that works. Right? I can't publish it because this is a read-only version, but this is a good challenge. And that's what I think about web design. It's all just little puzzles. And hopefully that puzzle is solved here. All right. Yeah. Again, if you have any questions or sites where you want me to review, go ahead and post them in the live chat or in the form that's pinned at the top. Joel Design, loving Webflow, went through almost all of the training on Webflow University twice. Twice. You should get twice as many certifications then from Webflow University. Awesome. Let's see here. George, can anyone recommend a Webflow donations tutorial? Donations. Are you saying like you need a donation form? I would suggest what you can do. There's lots of donations platforms out there that are third party that give you the script, the low code to copy and paste into any other platform. So you can use Webflow's code embed component to paste in that donation form. And I've done this in multiple nonprofit sites, and it works. It works well. All right. Let's see here from George. Okay. I have some problems with the cart, but a review from you would be nice. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to pull it up real quick. And here we go. Let's refresh, see if you have any animations. Nope. Okay, some problems with the cart. All right, so the cart or shopping bag is right here. Ooh. Interesting. Can you share the read-only link so I can see what's going on? Why? Ooh, why? That's weird. Why is it getting cut off? Huh? Yeah, I really... the only way I can fix or try to fix is to see your read-only link. Can you post that in the chat or submit it through the form? Check out the Made in Webflow donation-related clonables. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Matthew. This is cool design. Wondering if it's a... Is it a template or... Ooh, look at that. There's a slider. Ooh, nice. That's cool. John says, yeah, you don't want responsibility for securing financial data. Leave that to a third party. Yep. And you think George has the read-only link? So let's go ahead and fix it together. Waiting for it. Yeah. And we have about 12 minutes. So again, if you have any questions or sites you want me to review, now is the time. Or wait in 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. But we actually, in 2 weeks, no, we have a special stream. I'll talk to you about it soon during our outro. All right. Yeah, I'm really liking this. If I click on this, what happens? Zoom. Cool. View. Okay. Okay, so the shopping cart is fixed here on this page. Nice. Nice that. I like that. This is sticky right here. That's cool. Cool. All right. George sent in the link. Let me pull it up. There we go. All right. What is going on here? Let's preview. Got it. Ah. It works here, but no worky here. Wait. What just happened? Congratulations, everyone. We fixed it. We fixed it. And that's the beauty of web design. Sometimes things break and you're like, I don't know why. And then things get fixed and then you say, I don't know why. So this is one of those times. It works. It's yeah, all I did was refresh and open up. Okay, scroll on the page and then open the cart. Okay, that's what Matthew's saying. I'm scrolling on the page. I click on it. It still works. You scared it. Ever have those moments where something's broken and you're like, I don't know why it's broken, and then you ask a friend to come on over and like, hey, can you look at this? Can you look at this real quick? And then you try to recreate the problem, and then it's just magically fixed, and you're like, I swear it was broken. Well, there you go. My aura helped with it. I said, Webflow, fix it, and it did. Um, there you go, George. But yeah, if you still need help, if it magically breaks again for some reason, go ahead and submit it at discourse.webflow.com. And yeah, Peter, if you refresh again, okay, I will do that. I'm going to press refresh. Boom, refresh, click. There, fixed. If you change the open style, it still does the glitch. Change the open style. Okay, so what, let's see here. Edit component and open cart. And so I'm going to click on open. I've not, if you change the open style, okay, what am I going to change? I'm going to change the rem to 0.1.1. No, I don't know. Now we're on the flip side of this stream. I'm trying to break it. No, we're not going to do that. Sorry, George. It's fixed. Let's not try to break it. Oh, I love live streaming. These things happen. All right. In the element settings for the cart. Okay, Matthew's telling me in the element set. Okay, do we really want to try to break it? Sure. Why not? We have 7 minutes. Okay, so in the element settings for the cart. Okay, I'm on the cart. I'm on the element settings. Let's set it to hover. You know, and just see what's up. I don't change it from change it open from side. Okay, let's do that. On click, open sidebar right. There it is. We broke it. So let's see. Let's see. Cart wrapper. Ah, I see something. We have cart wrapper is doing something, and I don't know what's going on. I see, when I see cart wrapper 2 like this, it makes me believe that someone added styles to it, because usually it just says cart wrapper. John, welcome to You Break It, You Fix It. Well, we broke it, and we're trying to unbreak the fix that we broke. Oh, okay. So we can't change this. We have a max width. If I reset this, what happens? What I like to do is reset everything. See if I can... Huh. Okay. So this right here is... There's like some... Oh, nav component probably has a overflow. Nope. This has an overflow hidden. Nope. There's something that has an overflow hidden that's causing the carts to not show up. Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I'll be able to figure it out in the next 5 minutes. Yes, instead of build with me, we're going to rename this stream to welcome to another break with me stream. I'm not your host, Nelson. I'm someone else who wants to break websites. But I guess when you break websites, you learn. Um, yeah, I don't. Oh, I can't change the height either. Yeah, I really don't know what's happening. This one, this one is a head scratcher. Overflow. Ah, I knew it was overflow. There we go. And I can't. I can mess with the height. Oh, I'm doing it. But this is okay. None. Ooh, no. Okay, I'm just messing with these settings. So under cart container, we can set the height to 100 VH, which is viewport height. We set the overflow to visible, and the max width. Let's make that larger so we can. Wait, why is this text getting cut off? All right, things are happening. Maybe this is getting closer to where you want. So, try the cart container and set the overflow to visible, and I think you'll get closer to where you want. All right, but something's going on here. Not sure what's happening here. Yeah. Can I add some padding? Oh, okay. Things are happening. I don't like that I have to do this, but it works. But it makes me wonder, like, why? Should the min be 0? The width be auto? And the max, I don't know, like 20% of the screen? Ooh. Okay, I mean, I feel like we're getting close to something here. Yeah, we're close. So maybe screenshot this if you want, George. But there you go. If you remove the height from the nav component and use padding instead. Yeah. I love how we're all trying to fix this. This is fun part of the stream. Where it's like we're all learning together at the beginning, and now we're all trying to apply knowledge at the end. Okay. All right. Nav component. Use padding. Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's time to go to the outro. Yeah. Thank you all so much. That was fun. That was a fun stream. All right. So, next week, Aaron, he usually does the workflow series streams. He's off next week, so we will not have a stream next week. We're taking a break. But then the week after, March 22nd, you may have seen it on our YouTube channel already, but we will have one of the co-founders of Webflow, Brian Cho, and the developer who helped build the Figma to Webflow plugin. If you haven't played around with it yet, please do so. Webflow.com/Figma-2-Webflow. You can learn more about it there and download the plugin and use it, play around with it. But yes, that Jean, he is going to be on the stream as well. So 2 special guests, and we'll learn more about Webflow Labs and also learn more about what it took to make the plugin happen and listen to the community. Like, we want your feedback. We want your questions about the future of this plugin. So yeah, be there March 22nd. And there's already a link in the YouTube description for that stream to submit questions. So please use that link, submit your questions early so we can get it queued up, because we'll take questions priority for the ones who are submitted early. All right, so be there for those 2 special guests. It's a special event stream. It's not going to be a build with me. So yes, mark it on your calendars. Set a reminder on YouTube or on your calendars, what have you. But thank you all so much. If you want to learn more about Webflow, this is your first time on a stream, this is your first time interacting with the community, go to university.webflow.com and you'll learn so much about Webflow. Second, if you need help or if you need design help, custom code help, what have you, go to discourse.webflow.com and post your question there. The community is super duper friendly and we all want to help you get better. All right. And if you need any technical support with your account or billing, go to support.webflow.com and our team will help you as fast as possible. Thank you all so much. I will see you again on March 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's a Wednesday. And again, my name is Nelson Abalos. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching recording or if you're in the live chat, we appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, that's it. See you next time. And as always, make the web beautiful together. See ya.